Welcome to the Mukilteo Football Show. My name is Miles.
And my name is Kirk.
AFC West NFL Preview 2025. Picking the over-under. This is the Mukilteo Football Show. We're here.
Let's go. Football's back. Almost.
Yeah. It is mid-July.
And everybody's good. Everyone's got hope.
Every fan base is happy, optimistic.
Everybody thinks they're going to get the over. All the rookies are just, you filled the holes. All your free agent signings are perfect signings.
There will be no injuries.
Nope.
You just got 17 games from everyone on paper.
It's a wonderful time of year.
It really is.
Everybody's got hope.
It's funny, I always say the regular season beats everyone down and humbles you. And I mean that as a good thing, but it doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good at all.
Why did we put ourselves through this? All right, previewing. We're going to start with the Chiefs and go through the division. We'll talk a little bit about it. Pick the over/under on the win total, and of course, if we're talking AFC West, the big dogs, the 5 out of 6 Super Bowl appearing
Kansas City Chiefs,
unbelievable dynasty. Kind of a weird dynasty because they have the Super Bowl losses intermixed with them. They're both brutal losses. So they had lost to the Bucs in 2020.
Got smoked.
And now they're coming off of this chance to three-peat that just ended with this manhandling from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. After just a season of just scraping by. They can win the close one. And they just got smoked. First half, second half. Just demolished. Yeah. And that's the taste in their mouth.
That is. It's weird because they really, the story of the season has kind of gone away. The story of the season was they win, they make it ugly and they win it at the end. It was they can't keep getting away with it type of feeling.
Yeah, that was the whole regular season.
But I do think that narrative was always a little bit wrong. The real narrative was this defense has been elite for 2 years.
Yeah.
And they've made every game competitive. Yeah. Because they're too good to not. And then you have Mahomes. And if Mahomes has every game competitive at the end, he wins most of them.
Yeah. If Mahomes only needs to put up 21 points, because that's what his defense is affording him the chance to do, he'll pull it out.
So,
but, not in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl.
But that was the regular season narrative.
Yeah.
It was more or less about the three-peat. And it was more of just like, God, how do these guys win these off a blocked field goal at the end of the game or this stupid penalty call or, it was just rubbish all season.
Yeah. Don't forget doinking it in to win the division.
Yeah. So many of the games.
It really was incredible, the amount of the stuff. Like, why is the team that is back-to-back champions getting all this luck? But it was a good story. It's a fun story. But the defense. Do people understand how good the Chiefs' defense has been the last 2 years?
I don't think they have. Holmes and Kelsey always get the headline.
They always do, but this is the second-ranked defense and fourth-ranked defense in points.
Yeah.
That's how I do my ranking.
By points?
By points.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do DVOA or yards or whatever, but...
Well, with the bend and break strategy now, it's like, you can give up yards, just don't break.
So Steve Spagnuolo, Chris Jones... The depth of the corners, they're the ones who've been beating Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And although they've been gashed by Josh Allen, typically, they did make the big plays in the last 2 years at the end to defeat Josh Allen.
Yeah, in the playoffs, in the game that matters.
In the moments that matter. So it has been this defense, and the theme of my preview is I don't think that that's going to continue.
It's been a run.
It's been a run.
It's been a hell of a run.
This little mini dynasty inside of the larger dynasty is a defense can just only be elite for like 2.5 years. Yeah. And they feel like they've run their track. The guys are a little older. The corners they're all over the league now. They've been traded off or signed free agent contracts. I feel like it's over.
Defense has gotten older. Chris Jones is older. The linebackers are older. The corners have been plucked. Now they're just getting new guys in there. Yeah. And the defense is the thing that kept this franchise alive.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to put up points this year. They can't just squeak by like they did last year.
Now, wouldn't it be annoying if that is what happens?
I know,
We
right?
go back to elite Pat Mahomes, because last year it was like, 4,000 yards? I know it was like barely under 4,000 yards.
Yeah.
Remember, it started with a 3.
Yeah.
26 touchdowns.
Yeah, it wasn't a Mahomes stat line that you
It
expected
would
for
be
a season.
so annoying if we get MVP Mahomes, and it's just
I know.
absolutely, and people are thinking that's possible. They got Hollywood Brown, they got Rashee Rice, and Xavier Worthy.
Yep.
And people are saying this is the new big 3. Mahomes is restocked. He's got Travis Kelce, who can kind of sit behind them, still is his favorite target. Do you think this is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen?
If those guys stay healthy, which I think they can, but that is my concern. Rice getting hurt last year was brutal for them.
Yeah.
They needed that number 1 receiver so that Kelce couldn't get that, weird package that the Bucks ran against them a while ago.
Right.
Which is like chip them, you got a linebacker, a safety over the top. But you can't do that with Rice. You can't do that when Brown's healthy, and Worthy proved himself worthy the second half of the season.
Good wordplay.
Yeah. But
come for the football, stay for the wordplay.
But he's starting to become a guy.
Yeah.
He's reliable.
He had like 180 yards or something in the Super Bowl and 2 touchdowns. A lot of garbage time, but he was the main target.
Yeah, and everybody kind of forgets about Rice on this team. Rice is big. He's a really good receiver. He came on his rookie season towards the end, and then that
the first 4 or 5
yard
games,
1,000-yard season, I think. Yeah.
And before he got hurt, it was pretty apparent that he was becoming
the dude.
Yeah, the wide receiver 1.
He's getting 10 targets a game, 100 yards. I think they can kind of pull it off. My biggest concern, and it's been an underlying narrative that hasn't been really touched on, that offensive line, dude. They're just cycling people.
Yeah.
That's just not going to hold up forever.
Yeah.
Like Mahomes he had a good offensive line to start this dynasty. Gave him plenty of time to find Tyreek Hill 70 yards down the field.
Yeah.
That's kind of disappeared. He's been dinking and dunking more because he doesn't have time to do the things that he wants to. And I don't see them addressing that too much. They did sign some guy, I don't remember what his name, where is he? Jalen Moore. Like he's going to be the answer. Just another left tackle. And, just their offensive line is bleeding.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest problem.
I think you just got to get to the middle with the offensive line. Like Mahomes makes an offensive line look good.
Yeah.
Obviously, they lost Joe Thuney, the guard all-pro that they had, but their problems were at tackle. So cycling through is actually good for me. In fact, they had Thuney leave his all-pro position and go play tackle in that playoff run.
I just don't think they've really addressed it. Yeah, I don't think they've found an answer for it. It's just going to continue to be a problem.
If Mahomes is slinging it, I'm not worried about it. It's a Dan Marino rule.
Okay.
You can't rush the passer because you're too scared. That's how good Mahomes can be. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Obviously, the offensive line is why they lost that Bucks Super Bowl when they got all their guys hurt. So there is a breaking point. My answer before we get to the pick in the over-under is I don't really like the receiver group as much as people do.
Oh, okay.
Rice is coming back from injury.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to hit the ground running. I don't believe in Hollywood Brown at all.
Yeah.
What are people talking about with Hollywood Brown? He had 3 seasons with Lamar Jackson, 2 seasons with Kyler Murray, didn't do jack squat. But now he's got his second year with Mahomes. He's finally going to get it. Like I am tired of waiting for this guy to break out.
I do like that he's like the 4th option.
Yeah, that is good.
That's a good 4th option.
And Worthy, I like Worthy.
Yeah.
But he's definitely, I mean, his stats look better than what he did last year.
And there's always a sophomore slump,
Yeah. So over-under is 11.5. Which is the highest in the NFL. I think the Eagles have that as well. I think there's one other team. So 11.5 over-under. What do you think?
I did want to mention Pacheco real quick.
Okay.
Because he is going to be back for a full season. Them not having him last year kind of hurt. I feel like that was part of their game plan.
Came back from a broken fibula.
Yeah. You lost Pacheco and Rice, and they're just kind of limited to an old tight end. But 11.5 seems a little steep to me. I mean, I'm always a fan of things regressing to the median.
Yeah.
And the amount of 1-score games they won last year, as much as I love Andy Reid and I like Spags, just to pull out games at the end, it seems a tall task to win and have another 12-win season or above. I can see 11. I don't think they're missing the playoffs. 11, it's a good line, like 11, 10 maybe, but I feel like they're not going to be the dominant, we're playing at home again. We're going to have to go through the playoffs on the road this time. I don't know. There's just something about this team that seems the dynasty is worn down. The defense is old. You know, they had their good little Legion of Boom run for 2-3 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, that group's going to get slower. Mahomes is going to have to figure out how to put up more than 20 points a game.
Yep.
I'm a little worried. I think they're still playoff bound. I'm not throwing them under the bus, but, 12 game winning season, that's going to be tough.
I'm feeling the worn down too. I'm getting like vibes of like late 90s Cowboys.
Okay.
When Aikman and Smith and Irvin were still technically in their primes, late 20s, early 30s, but they'd gone, 5 straight seasons, always an NFC championship, and just like, I feel like Kansas City has come to a natural point where the 7th year of the dynasty, and they're just gonna. It's like 2006 Patriots. It's just exhausting.
Yeah. Eventually, you have a year where it's like, we made the divisional round and lost. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm an easy under. I think they're gonna be maybe well under. This could be a bad year.
There's going to be a narrative, October, late October. You're like, what's with the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Why are they 500?
It could be a year from hell for the Chiefs. I could see that coming.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's talk Los Angeles Chargers, who were in the playoffs last year.
Oh, really? It's the most forgotten about thing in all of football.
I know.
The Chargers were the 5 seed.
But like you said before the podcast, like more people talk about the Broncos making the playoffs than the Chargers making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like
completely forgotten.
Yeah. They were 11-6. They had started kind of slow. They got absolutely like blown out or just big boyed by the Steelers and Chiefs back-to-back big games in September.
Yeah.
And then they were kind of off prime time for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I don't even remember watching the Chargers until they came back at Sunday Night Football to play the Bengals
game. Yeah,
a game they should have lost.
Oh yeah,
if Justin Herbert had his way, they lose that game.
Yep.
Justin 3 and out when it matters. Herbert, but they played good defense. The running game was doing as good as it could with this depleted running back units, and they just kind of scraped their way to 11-6, where they then in the wild card game put a full turd on defense. A team that didn't turn the ball over suddenly was turning the ball over against the Texans.
It was ugly.
That's why no one remembers the Chargers in the playoffs. So that Saturday morning game, it was over by 10:45 a.m.
I think the only play I remember is the 2-point conversion the Texans took back. Oh, yeah. Like it was like an extra point, and the Texans took it, and they went all the way down the field and got the 2 points. Like,
right after the McConkey touchdown, you're right.
That's all I remember about that game.
Yeah.
It was a classic Harbaugh season. Let's take a new unit, give them a new thing. Let's run the ball a lot. Let's play good defense. See what, make the playoffs because I'm the new coach.
Yeah.
Does that repeat for 2 years? Yeah. Because, Harbaugh's got a lot of faith in Herbert, and I feel like we're not Herbert fans.
We're not.
Mr. 3 and out when it counts.
I have trouble with Herbert. Like, he looks so good, but his teams are always not real contenders.
Yeah.
They're always B tier, even in college. They are B tier, like just on the fringe, gonna lose the first game. Does Justin Herbert even want to beat the other team? That's very confrontational. That's a very mean thing to do, to send the other team home. Does he even want to?
Yeah. He doesn't seem like he's got that sociopath vibe.
No,
of a quarterback. There's got to be that competitor in you. You don't have to bring it home to the family and the kids. Like on the field, you're a new person. Like it's kill or be killed. Like
Justin Herbert is like watching a Lamborghini go around the track at 35 mile per hour. Like I just don't understand what happened. The playoff game was terrible. Absolutely bad.
It was ugly.
But you watch him like these other games, like this is the best quarterback that's ever lived. It's like made in a lab.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't. So we're definitely shaky on Herbert.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep playing a Charger.
Yeah.
He's got his job locked up, but I just don't think he has that drive to win a Super Bowl. He's fine with just putting up good stats, being a wild card, get out of there, whatever. And eventually that's gonna clash. I don't think it's this year. With Harbaugh.
Okay.
Because Harbaugh wants to win. Harbaugh's
Yeah,
never
there's
won a Super
nothing
Bowl.
Harbaugh wants more.
In fact, he's the only coach in this division who hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Reed,
The old folks.
Pete Carroll,
Yeah.
Sean Payton. This is the old fogey division.
And while Harbaugh's been to a Super Bowl, he lost it. The blackout one with the Ravens when he lost to his brother.
Oh, right.
But yeah, I feel like this will clash eventually. Because Harbaugh's pushing Herbert to be that guy. He loves it. He loves the intangibles. I mean, not the intangibles, just the classic.
Yeah, he's a culture guy.
Herbert's built to be a quarterback.
Yeah.
But he just like mentally, there's something loose.
Yeah. If Harbaugh could like replace that, like if he could take that pressure off of Herbert somehow, you could see it fitting that way. But
Yeah.
talking Super Bowl run, I don't see it. I agree with you. I just don't see that happening. And don't clip this out one day after the Chargers win the Super Bowl or something. But
Yeah, it'd be a miracle.
yeah, the Chargers, they're again. The roster looks good when you like look at the names. You see these various names, and they seem to always have stars on both sides of the ball. I have Khalil Mack and Derwin James on defense.
Yep.
They've got these like they got Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater on the offensive line. You're like, ooh, you're looking at these sexy things. Ladd McConkey broke out as a rookie receiver. You always see these sexy things with the Chargers, but I think Jim Harbaugh has brought a little bit more teeth to this roster. The underbelly is getting stronger.
Yeah.
We're doing our sit-ups.
We're in that
Not just the glamour abs.
that first 4 years of Harbaugh where the team fully believes.
Yeah.
They got to win a Super Bowl for him to keep his job.
Yeah.
Because eventually it falls apart like it did with the Niners.
So I'm kind of liking that. Like I'm liking that I agree with the first 4 years of Harbaugh. Team is bought in. Herbert is, while we're frustrated that he's a Lamborghini goes at 35 miles per hour, he is a Lamborghini. He's certainly going to beat. He's going to crush the Jaguars in week 11, right?
Yeah, right.
Whatever, like that's going to happen. Maybe only in the fourth quarter when he has to.
Dude, I think they play Jacksonville.
Are you
week
serious?
11. Yeah, I see it right here, November 16th.
No, oh man,
What a random shout out. That's great.
That's crazy. But okay, over-under's 9.5, which I think is a great over-under because I have to question, can I really be that down on this team with this coach that we generally believe can do good, this good roster, and Herbert? That down.
They've got the sexy names. I love offensive line. They're top 5.
Yeah,
they got a good offensive line.
Sexy tackles.
But like
sexy a lot.
I like that they drafted the Hampton dude, the rookie running back.
O'Marion.
Like he's. Or I don't remember what his name is. Do something.
I don't know. I don't know. But if it is O'Marion or Omarion, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, O'Marion Hampton. Yeah, or whatever.
Fantastic name.
Yeah.
If you do good O'Marion Hampton, take that mantle of Natron Means and Marion Butts.
Yep.
Getting a good Chargers running back name. Oh, I'm rooting for this guy.
I know, right? And he'll get more care. He'll be good by the end of the season.
And they got Najee Harris as well.
He'll be better than Harris because Harris is 3 yards and fall over. The Steelers are definitely done with him.
Never go with a hippie to a second location. Never go with a running back to a second team.
Yeah.
Except for James Conner.
But Harbaugh's second year, Ladd McConkey's turning into a star. I'm a little worried about the other weapons to throw to, but I feel like ball control and good defense, that's a Harbaugh team. Yeah. Like he's still got that Lamborghini sitting back there if he needs it. But he also is like, this is how I win games. Yeah. I drive the Oldsmobile and just trug along.
Yeah. It's really hard to say under 9.5.
It's 9.5?
9.5.
Ooh, man. Yeah, that's a tough one.
I mean, the team, like, oh God, I'm trying to think of this. The Jim Harbaugh shtick, just like we're about to talk about the Pete Carroll shtick in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That really does fit well, though it has a historic track record of working. I do wonder if the Who's Got It Better Than Us is that effective in the AFC West with the Chiefs, who've been to 5 out of the last 6 Super Bowls. Like, who's got it better than us? Like, every Charger's going to be like, well, the Chiefs.
But besides
they've
them.
gone to 6 straight AFC championships.
Yeah. 7.
7 straight. Wow. But, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it has been 7.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think it's still, it's all about this year, and this is a different group. I'm going to take the over. The offensive line, you can't get hurt. Alt Slater at the tackle position. We forgot to say, you mentioned offensive line, but Becton from the Eagles has been brought over. So this is Jim Harbaugh football I'm watching O'Marion Hampton. I'm watching the run game. I'm thinking about the defense, and Derwin James is probably my favorite defensive player in the NFL. So I'm taking over 9.5.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of with you. We didn't mention Joey Bosa leaving. I kind of like that.
I'm fine with that.
I'm tired of Bosa.
Yeah.
The Niners Bosa is way better, but Joey Bosa's been a bust. 9.5, I think they can beat that.
Okay.
I think I talked myself into it.
Nice.
They got 2 running backs that can pound into the earth. Herbert's going to have 5 games of just, good numbers, and he wins it. And Harbaugh knows how to win games. He's got the defense believing.
Jim Harbaugh's strategy is to pound the running backs into the earth. And the running backs are like in their lockers, like, wait, what?
Yeah. And you're like, and then you're gone.
Yeah. We will need redemption, because last year when we did this episode, the Chargers had an 8.5 over/under. We both said under. We were super down on Jim Harbaugh, really down on Herbert at that point. That was the only team of 32 teams that we both picked wrong.
Wow.
Which I'm pretty proud of. So 18 times we picked the same over/under out of the 32 teams.
Yeah.
This was the only double miss that we had.
Wow.
And it was Chargers. So
we're going to be wrong again.
I think so. Maybe a little bit of
I'm worried about putting my eggs in Herbert's basket, but I do think he can make playoffs and get bounced then. We're just talking regular season. He can win 10 games.
10-7 is fine.
That's reasonable.
What we were initially talking about was comparing him to Mahomes.
Yeah.
10-7 is still doable.
I can see wild carding out.
All right, let's go to the Let's go to the Denver Broncos.
Talk about a hype team.
They are absolutely hyped. The 10-7 last year made the playoffs unexpectedly. No one expected that at all. They had just traded Russell Wilson. They had this $30 million dead cap. They drafted an old quarterback in the draft.
The 6th guy out of the 6 quarterbacks.
Taking off the board. They started 0-2. And then Bo Nix led, a pretty solid roster. I think people thought the Broncos had, a decent, solid roster, lacking star power, but strong. And there was maximum hype by Thanksgiving. They were 8-5, going into the bye. But then, what I feel like people don't remember as much is they blew a bunch of chances to clinch the playoffs, including losses to the Chargers and Bengals. In primetime games where they should have clinched the playoffs and had their big moment, and then they beat the Chiefs' backups in Week 18 to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then they went and got blown up by the Bills. So everyone says, "Oh well, now it'll just keep going, right?" Everything's linear in the world, apparently.
Bo Nix is good, and the offense has it figured out.
That was just the first year.
Yeah.
It's like,
we got the defensive player of the year. We got Surtain. We're fine, you know?
So, without blowing what I'm about to say, but it can get worse.
It can.
It doesn't have to be a linear progression. It can be dipped back down, just so you know that's possible.
With the sophomore quarterback, I'm always concerned about the slump.
Right.
So that's definitely a concern. On paper, this team looks like they're good. They got just a bunch of mediocre receiver weapons, Sutton to Marvin Mims to whoever. They signed Ingram.
I like Mims.
Yeah. So they got a bunch of random weapons, which Sean Payton loves to just work with this, You never know who the guy is. You can't really have a basic coverage. We're just going to start targeting this guy. You adjust. We just go to something else. So I love Peyton for that. Just like the Chiefs, that defense has been pretty good for a while.
Yeah.
Is it going to start to falter? They brought in Dre Greenlaw. I like that signing, but he's also getting old, coming off an injury from a couple years ago.
Yeah, I could care less about bringing in Greenlaw.
Yeah, but he's been a hype.
Yeah,
so,
and they brought Talanoa Hufanga, who also doesn't play.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they'll be wearing orange hoodies on the sideline. But I'm not.
But there are names, so that's why Denver's getting hyped up. The classic, we did good in free agency. We snuck into the wild card. We're the young team. Keep linear, keep going on up. But the real question to me is Bo Nix second year. What's he really look like? Now that there's film on this guy, now that he's played a season, because early in the year, he looked like garbage.
He did.
He was terrible. I remember that Baltimore game. He had one good play. I think it was just, he had one touchdown. They got blown out 41-10 or something. It was brutal.
He had some horrific games.
Yeah.
And a lot of his production came with his legs. especially in key moments too. Like he didn't, he didn't just drop back there and pass. And you got to wonder if that can continue, because that wasn't really his game in college. So whether that can keep going, you don't know. He played 6 years of college, and I have to bring it up.
Yep.
And yet, the article here says he had unusual poise as a rookie. He played 6 years of college football. Why is he being judged at the same exact timeline as Caleb Williams? Like, Caleb Williams is rookie, Bo Nix is rookie. Well, what if Caleb Williams came into the NFL in 2027?
Yes.
Wouldn't he then? That would be the equivalent of what Bo Nix did. So I feel like Caleb Williams would have unusual poise if he played 6 years of college football.
Exactly.
So I just feel like that might have been Bo Nix's peak right there.
Yeah.
To come in ready, I feel like the 6 years helped him a lot in a way that I didn't anticipate coming into it. So full disclosure, I thought he was going to suck.
Oh, we both did. Yeah.
But I feel like it helped him a lot. But it doesn't mean that he's got some ceiling, that's on a normal rookie trajectory. I would argue he actually has a much lower ceiling, and he may have already met it. And I don't think Bo Nix is going to turn into a star, and so you can just see where I'm going. I'm down on Denver.
Yeah. I mean, Nix last year, 29 touchdowns, 12 picks. I just saw that. I'm like, those are good stats. But if you watch this guy play, you're like, I don't know. A lot of those stats came in against bad teams where he threw 4 touchdowns.
They feasted on bad teams. Yeah. They got so lucky.
And that's what worries me. It's kind of like the CJ Stroud hype of last year. We're like, oh, CJ Stroud took the Texans to the playoffs. Like, what a story. They were down, and now they came all the way back up. They're doing great. And then we saw what we got last year from the Texans and Stroud. We had that sophomore slump. That's what concerns me with Nix, because once you get a full year of tape on you, those defensive coordinators spent this whole offseason just looking at tape of certain quarterbacks and tendencies.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to get thrown some curveballs, and Sean Payton's going to hate what he sees coming into the season.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, crap, now we have to adjust this. Is Nix adjustable? Because, this is his prime. Like we were saying, this guy's like 27. He's like a year younger than Sam Darnold. Yeah, we just forget that.
Yeah, when you brought up CJ Stroud, I just don't think we should be comparing them. Like,
oh yeah,
CJ Stroud is Bo Nix 4 years ago. Like CJ Stroud, if he was still at Ohio State and coming in the draft, like I just can't emphasize that enough. Plus, I will say, CJ Stroud's hype was way brighter than Bo Nix's hype now.
Nix is getting a lot of hype.
Yeah,
people are like, Broncos, they like steal the division, Broncos. Like,
I feel like the Broncos, Sean Payton and the roster,
yes,
and surrounded by Nix, and Nix is like a entertaining guy to watch too. Like he's got some fire in him.
Oh yeah,
but you have to when you're not that
when you're not that good, you have to scramble to make plays.
Go watch him at Auburn.
Yeah.
All right, 9.5.
9.5.
Same over under total as the Chargers.
Man.
Everything I said. Obviously, I'm going under.
You're going under. I mean, this is a good division this year.
This is
a well hyped division. Good coaches.
Yeah.
Oh man, 9.5. I feel like this is the one I might disagree with you.
Okay,
but
Speaking of the division thing, I could totally see them taking a crucial game from the Chiefs or the Chargers.
Yeah,
like that. Those battles are going to be fun. All these coaches together. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I am looking forward to these games. I don't know why, but I think they can win 10.
Okay,
I think they can win 10 or just miserably fail this year and be like top 5 of the draft. But I feel like they got enough names, enough coaching to pull this off a little bit.
Yeah,
sneak up there, get 10 wins, maybe get in the wild card.
Good lines.
I know, right?
Good lines on both the Chargers and Broncos because they calculate for the hype, but it's also hard to say they don't go 10-7 with their good rosters.
Yeah, man, this one's a tough one for me because I don't really like this team. But usually there's a team that does okay that I don't like. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say that's the Broncos this year. And
you got it.
I'm not happy about my picks so far. This might change when I get closer to the season.
Yeah, we can always change.
All 3 of these teams we just talked about made the playoffs last year, and the odds of 3 teams from the West making the playoffs again pretty slim.
That's true, too,
So-
especially with the AFC North, and you still got the Bengals. They were left out last time. Are they going to be left out this time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going over. Tentative over.
Tentative over.
How about they're on 9.5 on the dot? 8.
8-1?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I guess that doesn't count because they wouldn't
Wait,
be over that in wins.
9-7-1? What? Yeah, it doesn't count.
Dang it.
You're right, because the Vegas will not pay out on that.
All right, going over.
Okay.
Going over.
All right.
Gosh dang it.
Let's turn to the LVR, the Las Vegas Raiders. We're coming off a horrific season, 4-13. Antonio Pierce, he couldn't be more football than the rest of the league. He thought he could. I'm just more football than the rest of the league.
Just got to out tough everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it was embarrassing season in my opinion. In week 1, set the wrong tone when he punted from the Chargers 43 late in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Because it makes you feel like a man. That's what a linebacker would do. A linebacker would punt from the Charger 43 to lose the game, but it got worse from there because he lost the locker room. The locker room that demanded he be hired, by the way, but never mind that.
Yeah, just the players, man.
Lost the locker room, lost Devontae Adams, lost Max Crosby, just was over his head. And the Raiders made the right choice, just admitting their mistake. So they went the interim coach, they fired him in 2020, or Bisaccia or whatever. They made that mistake by not hiring him and bringing in Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
Then they do the opposite, and now they're admitting that opposite thing was the mistake as well. That's football, baby.
Yeah.
Start it over. Enter Pete Carroll. If you need stability,
Which they do.
they absolutely do. This is the absolute best thing they could have done.
Yeah.
To bring in Pete Carroll, to bring in Geno Smith, to become the 2022 Seattle Seahawks. No, you're not winning any Super Bowls, but you've just become stable.
Yeah. And I mean, because they haven't been stable since they moved to Vegas.
That's true. Yeah, it's been Derek. There was Derek Carr for like 10 years, but that was chaos.
Yeah.
They only made like one playoff game.
Yeah. And this is just classic Raiders. But, Pete Carroll coming in, I like the hire because he usually gets that team motivated. He's a very,
Another Jim Harbaugh.
let's bring this team together. Let's believe in each other. Like,
Yeah.
they need that as a Raiders organization.
Why he hates Jim Harbaugh so much. They're so similar in their
right.
ability to initially motivate and pump.
Yeah. Pete Carroll, oldest coach in NFL history.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe.
Wow.
But,
I mean,
and he's a first-year coach this year.
First-year coach. He was coaching the 97 or 98 Patriots.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he beat the Jimmy Johnson Dolphins with Dan Marino.
There's some name drops.
I was looking at his Pro Football Reference, and he went to the playoffs and lost to the Cordell Stewart Steelers.
Wow.
Pete's been around a long, and he wasn't young at that point.
Oh, yeah. And then he went all the way through USC, and then
there's a
Legion
whole
of Boom,
decade.
got a Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
now he's finally here with the Raiders.
So yeah, he's old.
He's got something to work with. I don't feel like he got left the best roster.
Right.
Defensively, I like the line. You got Crosby, you got the Wilkins guy they signed last year.
Yeah, if they could stay healthy,
So-
we're so pumped about that last year. It'd be nice to actually see it.
Yeah, so I think defensively, he's going to get this group to play better than they did last year. I feel like they just weren't motivated to do it, and that's all they wanted from Pierce was to be motivated and play good defense.
Kept the defensive coordinator
Yeah.
from last year.
So I like that. There's some continuity there. I think the defense is going to be fine. The problem is Geno Smith. Geno Smith is not a good quarterback. We're Seattle. We watched Geno Smith. We knew we weren't going to be that good.
We watched him.
We're like, yeah, we're winning some games, but my God, this guy makes the stupidest decisions in the red zone.
Yeah.
Just
He's a between the 20s quarterback.
Awful. And he's not going to have Metcalf, Lockett, Jackson Smith, and Jigba to throw to. He's got Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers. Those are his weapons.
And Ashton Genty.
And Ashton Genty running the
I
ball.
don't know. Can he catch it?
I hope so,
Yeah.
because I don't know who Geno's looking to. You went from Metcalf to Brock Bowers. I know Brock Bowers had a great season last year, but that's also because he was 3 quarterbacks throwing him the ball, and there was nobody else around.
And they're like, he broke all the rookie tight end records, which is impressive.
Yeah.
But they weren't that high. I mean, the rookie tight end receiving yards record was 1,200, 1,161 or something like that.
The thing was the catches, 112 catches.
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
All
But
for like 5 yards.
they cycled through 3 quarterbacks and they won 4 games last year. What were they? 4-13.
4-13, yeah.
I mean, to me, like, sure, you got some stats on a terrible team. That never means anything to me. I think he's good. I think he's reasonable. But they don't really have receivers still. And now you have Geno Smith as the guy who needs good receivers. He needs somebody to throw the ball to. So maybe Pete Carroll comes in and does a little ground and pound with Genty, because that's kind of the running back name of the draft was Genty. And I do like him. I think he's going to get plenty of carries. But Geno having to throw the ball to nobody is a big concern for me.
Well, I have a little hope for Geno.
Oh.
And a little hope for Genty. And it's from an unlikely place. Something that you are absolutely going to be stunned by.
Uh-oh.
I feel that the Raiders on offense are going to be good this year because of Chip Kelly.
Oh.
I know.
Oh.
I know. But Chip Kelly,
Oh.
who I have hated in the past.
Oh, yeah.
When he was the Eagles head coach, I hated him. When he was an Oregon head coach, of course, we're UW Huskies, so take this with a grain of salt, but I hated him. But he, over the last 10, 12 years, I've listened to some interviews with him, and he is what I call like a reformed know-it-all. He's an embattled know-it-all. He was too successful for his own good, but he has been humbled and plugged away and built his career back up over the last 10 years. I think he's going to be a head coach next year because of his success with Geno Smith and Ashton. Pete Carroll never hesitated. He brought in Chip Kelly because he sees this. I don't know. This is like a gut instinct. I just feel the combination of year one Pete, which is going to be intoxicating, it always is, and Chip Kelly, like, redemption story. I'm feeling this. Yeah. Because he runs the ball now. He even talked about, like, you can't just impose your own, X's and O's. You've got to listen to the guys. Like, he's full McVay. Wow. He's learned from Sean McVay. He has adapted around. And for these egos to say stuff like that, I don't know.
That impresses me. Yeah.
I watched some clips of Chip Kelly talking, and I'm taking the over on the Raiders.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, because all I remember about Chip Kelly is we got to hike the ball in 10 seconds. Like, just get to the line, hike it like the Eagles with
sports science stuff, all sorts of.
Let's go 3 and out in 20 seconds and then punt the ball and make our defense be exhausted. So maybe
I'm comparing this to Bryson DeChambeau. He thought he had everything figured out.
Been humbled
and came back with a little bit more, but with still the learnings from his mad scientist era.
Yeah.
Over and under is 7.5, by the way, and I'm taking the over.
Okay. 7.5?
Yeah, pretty low.
I am liking that narrative, though.
The Chip Kelly narrative?
Yeah, I do like that.
And the year one Pete.
The year one Pete's kind of what...
Yeah, because you mentioned that.
Because Pete Carroll just comes in and just makes you good. Yeah. I don't know why. He just draws people to him.
Yeah.
And he's just very, like, believable and, like, we can do this as a team, togetherness, constant competition. I don't care who you are. Do your job kind of thing.
And don't you think, I thought this is where you were going, and maybe you were about to go, and maybe I cut you off, but Geno Smith sucks in the red zone, and their rookie running back is like elite runner. Like, these things might fit together, right?
Maybe Pete Carroll learned to run the ball on the one?
Oh,
too soon? Too soon? Oh, it's been 10 years.
The other day, I just put on it was like YouTube clip, 50 best plays of the decade. I was watching it, having a blast, the Kawhi shot. And number one was, of course,
the Malcolm Butler.
And I didn't even think of that. And I was just like, oh,
just left you disheartened.
Ruined my Saturday night. Why didn't I think that was coming?
This was all great. And then that last play.
Blissfully on watching the LeBron blocking Iguodala. I'm just like, what's number one?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
And bang.
Oh,
hit you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. So are you coming with me over 7.5? That mean they have to be 8 and 9.
Ah, man, it's tough because I've been picking everybody pretty high in the West here.
You have.
I'll throw you out a Pete Carroll thing.
Okay.
Pete Carroll's first year with the Seahawks, not pretty.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I think that was that the Beastquake year? That his first year?
Yeah, when we went to the playoffs at
7 and 9. Yeah. So I feel like he gets the team to believe, but maybe he doesn't have the pieces he wants yet. And for me, it doesn't really want Geno. he's going to need a few playmakers on the outside. We're going to see sparks. I do think the Raiders upset some teams that they shouldn't this year.
Yeah.
But I also think there's holes. So I'm going to 7 seems reasonable. Like he can get 7 wins.
7 is a 7.5.
Yeah, so 7 and 10 I'm going under.
You're under.
I'm going under.
Okay.
This is close, yeah. We'll have to see if they beat the Broncos or not. That might switch my whole thing.
I feel like they're both the AFC West games are going to be absolutely epic. The coaches you mentioned, all Super Bowl champions. Jim Harbaugh, of course, been to a Super Bowl, also just won a college football championship a little bit ago, or what he could attend due to his numerous scandals.
Just legends. Talking about the South a couple, the
NFC South,
talking about
AFC South.
Both of them.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the coaches. I mean, like compared to that to this, you're like, holy smokes, we got some experience.
I have like the total record between them. It's combined 721 wins.
Ooh.
And they have a 622 win percentage.
Holy crap.
So I mean it's not like
that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you could say it's already 732 wins because
they
they're
play
going to play each other. 12 wins are already penciled in because one of them's going to get a win in each division unless they tie.
Yeah.
We don't need to break that down any further. All right, who's winning the division? I feel like we left this pretty up in the air. We picked the Chiefs under, but the under was 11.5. We picked we both picked Chargers over. I picked Denver under. You picked over, and then Raiders. I went over, went under. Who is winning the AFC West?
I mean, I feel like most people would just like chalk this up Chiefs. I mean, it's hard to say the Chiefs aren't going to win the division again because they've just been dominating this division. But this year, there's something about the Chiefs. I feel like we touched on this early in the episode here. There's something about that dynasty starting to crumble. And unless Mahomes can start slinging the ball around, I mean, that defense isn't going to stay that good for this long. There's going to be some cracks, and this division's good. I mean, I feel like they can get upset quite a bit this year.
Yeah.
And they won so many close games last year. I mean, I can see the narrative. We're 4-4 in October, and it's like, what's going on? And I feel like the Chargers are going to take the division this year. I feel like Harbaugh is going to do well. I love the offensive line. I mean, that's kind of if anything is the best in the league or best in this division, it is the Chargers offensive line. It's a no doubter. This offensive line's friggin' awesome.
As long as those 3 guys stay healthy.
They stay healthy, they're going to be just fine. I think Harbaugh sneaks out a division title, loses in the playoffs classically. But I think the Chiefs' reign of terror over the AFC West is going to be in question this year, and I think the Chargers are the ones that are going to pull it off.
Nice.
I know. I'm trusting Herbert here, but I'm just trusting Harbaugh's second season more than anything.
I want to pick the Raiders so bad. I just don't. Oh man, I feel like the path for the Raiders has to be a mess. Like the AFC West has got to be like just no teams getting to 10. No teams get to 11 wins. Like the Raiders would win the division at like 10-7 or something like that, possibly by upsetting some of these teams. That I very much believe. I could totally see Pete Carroll knocking off a couple of Chargers and Chiefs.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have some upsets this year.
God, I just
do it, and Pete, we trust.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and because of the thing that I didn't say before. All the hype we had about the Raiders defense last year comes true this year.
Nice.
That is what I'm going to bank it on. It's got to be ugly. Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs cannot have their best years.
Yeah.
Because the Raiders, I don't think they're going over 10-7. I'm predicting an ugly AFC West mush mash of elite coaches.
Everybody's basically tied.
And the Raiders have all the tiebreakers.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, man, that's a bold one.
Those are some hot takes. I feel like people try to find a way to get rid of the Chiefs, and I feel like hype train, most people are picking Broncos.
Yeah.
If they're picking an upset.
We didn't even consider the Broncos there.
I'm not Broncos fan this year.
Me neither. Yeah. Chargers were going to be my pick, but I came off of it.
All right.
All right, we'll be back with the NFC West next. My name's Miles.
I'm Kirk.
A good night.